Hello, in this video we're going to go over another new feature that I just added to the Still Erection Bid Wizard. As you guys know, the Still Erection Bid Wizard comes with defaulted production rates for labor, crane, and well time. That of course you can adjust to fit your company needs, but it does come defaulted in the system. What I've added now as a new enhancement is called a production rate calculator, and you're going to find that in settings, and you'll also see it on a new bid. But in settings, you'll see right here, production rate calculator. And you're gonna, when you click on it, you're gonna see count task, linear foot, square foot. So when I select count task, we're gonna have this little calculator pop up. So just to kind of walk through it, you're gonna have tooltips. When you put your cursor over there, it's gonna talk about how it works. It's gonna pull in your unmarked up wage rate that you have in settings as your default setting. It's gonna default 8 hours per day. And the way the whole thing is going to work is, the idea behind the production rate calculator is you tell it the true size for what you're installing. So the idea, I guess, behind why I put this in, to allow you to create your own production rates for new tasks that you bring in the system, or you can tweak the existing task in here by using the calculator as well. Because you guys have the history, you have the background, you know how long it takes you to install, how many items you can install in a day, and so that's what this is based on. So you're going to tell the crew size. So let's just say we're going to add trash gates. I don't have, let me scroll down to miscellaneous. I don't have trash gates in here. So we wanted to add trash gates. It'd just be a matter of coming here, adding a task. Put it as an each, and then we'd come here, 8 hours a day. There's our unmarked up wage rate, the crew size for trash gates. I'm going to say 3 men. Of course, you're going to say what it is for you. How many trash gates can you install in a day? And we got to remember, this is the full process. Whatever it takes to install those trash gates. If it's welding, if it's wedging, whatever it is, you got to say, how many can you do in a day? So I'm just going to put a 2. Just for example, you would put in what you guys can do, right? Unload and shake out crew. This gives you just a little bit more flexibility. We got 3 men. So on this, it's going to be 3 men there. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that in. But what the 3 men of the shake out crew is going to do is we're going to say how many minutes is it going to take me to unload those trash gates and shake them out. So, whatever that might be, I'm just going to put in 60 minutes. If it took you an hour, I'd have to put in 120 minutes. Just for an example. So it's not like I can put in 1 hour, because if I put in 1, it's just going to be a minute. So I'm going to put in 60 minutes to unload and shake them out with 3 guys. And then if it's going to weld, I'm going to enter in how long it's going to take me to perform that weld. Whatever it would be, you plug that in, 20 minutes. And keep in mind, the tooltip will say this, but this time for making the weld is only for the welding machine cost itself, not the welder, because the welder is accrued inside of the labor of that task. So that all encompasses. So that's the same thing for everything that's in all the tasks you're creating, encompasses the full process when we're saying how many can we do a day. So if I just say 20 minutes for the weld for each trash gate, what that's going to do, well, let me just go a little bit further. If we needed a crane, we would select bubble that. And it's going to say, okay, I need a crane for 4 hours. It's going to calculate this for me. I would probably not be using a crane. I'd be using a forklift most likely, and I'm going to pick that up in equipment anyway. All I'm trying to do is generate production rates. So now what we're going to look at, if that was my production rate that I created, I'm just simply going to come here and say 15, 0.0, and then I'm going to type in here the 0.333. And now I've got my production rate at 694.65 for the new tasks that I just added into the system. It's going to show me it's going to take me 4 hours per each unit. And basically now we've created a production rate based on the crew size that we said it was going to be and how many we could do in a day. So that's how it works to add in, the production rate into the system and to use the production rate for the count calculator. I'll show you what the linear one looks like. Same concept, but how many feet can you install per day? Unload, shake out per day, minutes per day. It's going to generate your production rates for you, or you can take them and slot them into the bid wizard for your production rates. And square footage, just one little tweak on that I want to point out. We're going to say the crew size. Let's say we can install 3,500 square foot a day. Once again, full process. Unload and place minutes per bundle. So how long it's going to take you to unload and land each bundle. You plug that, how many minutes. Minutes to make attachment. You plug that in. Once again, that's going to pull the welding rate for the welding machine. And then I default this at numbers of sheets in a bundle. It's going to be defaulted at 30 and 72. So I'm saying this is 30 sheets in a bundle, 25 foot long. So 25 times 3 foot, 72. So that's a total square footage. And what that's going to do is when I say crane is needed for that, it's going to tell me how many picks I'm going to have to install, 3,500 square foot of deck. So it's going to be 2 picks. So basically, it's going to throw me in some crane time for unloading and landing the bundles if I selected the crane needed. And then now we got our production rate. We're going to see what the square footage is of the deck based on what we're saying we can do per day. And so just a quick way to get a square footage for production rate for installing deck. So you can see that in the inside of the settings itself where the tasks are at. And you can take these calculators and drag them anywhere on the page that you would like to. That way you get them out of your way. And so you're going to see that in settings itself, and you're also going to see it in new bid. I'll just show you that. When we come into new bid, we got our task, and there's the production rate calculator there now, count task, and now that's going to pull that up. For the calculator, I would, if I wanted to, right there on the fly, I could change the production rate if something one-off has come in. And once again, this is going to base it on what you say that you can do and your crew size. So this allows you to very quickly generate production rates for labor, crane, and weld time. And I hope that you guys can find some value in that. I think it makes it easy for an erector out there that's been doing it forever and knows how long it takes to install stuff. A very quick way to create production rates without having to do a whole lot of thinking about it. Love to hear your feedback on it. Make it a great day. Thanks.